You're looking at a former Cedar Park police officer hanging out with a known convict. That is against department policy. And new tonight, we're learning the officer in that picture, James Eric, lost an appeal to keep his job.
But the cell phone picture was just part of what got Eric fired. KXAN investigator Robert Maxwell has the recording of the interviews that officer gave to investigators, and this offers a rare glimpse at how our police investigate themselves. Robert.
It really does, Shannon and Robert. KXAN obtained the photos and recordings through an open records request. We made that in December, not long after Officer James Eric was indefinitely suspended. Until that appeal process wrapped up, any part of the internal investigation into Eric's conduct was kept secret. Now we can show you how a suburban cop lost his job over a questionable friendship.
That is correct.
Cedar Park police officer James Eric, seen here in January, unsuccessfully appealing his suspension, first encountered Jordan Benford at Vista Ridge High School in 2010. That's where Benford was a student and Eric a school resource officer. In 2012, Benford was charged with sexually assaulting a girl and eventually pled guilty to simple assault. Last year, Officer Eric's boss said that should have been enough for the officer to steer clear from fraternizing with a convict.
We don't allow our officers to associate with known criminals.
Last July, Cedar Park detectives found these photos of Eric and Benford together on Benford's cell phone. That same month, police charged Benford with new sex assaults and labeled him a possible serial rapist. When professional standards investigators started digging, they found proof that Officer Eric looked up Benford's criminal history, a violation of policy. Officer Eric denied that last July 28th during a recorded interview.
2 weeks ago, I was dispatched to a follow-up call. It came up as a sexual assault involving Benford as the suspect, and that was the first time I'd heard about anything that happened or that he was suspect in any of it and all that kind of stuff.
Have you ever run his criminal history or know anything about his previous history whatsoever?
I've never run a 43 on him, no sir.
Okay.
Now, ultimately, James Eric was let go for violations related to personal conduct and lying. A couple hours ago, I called Eric's attorney for comment. He says James Eric declined our offer for an interview at this time. You can find a lot more in our investigation into this on KXAN.com in the Investigate section.
All right, Robert, thank you very much. And we just checked court records, and Jordan Benford is still locked up in the Williamson County Jail. He's on the docket for this coming Monday for a pretrial hearing related to felony charges of sexual assault and stalking.